Smart People Travel Wise, a platform where we discuss all things about travel. I'm your host, Tennie Sumague, coming to you from my dining room in my hometown of Woodside, Queens, New York. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's still hot here. It's cooled down a little bit in comparison to last week, where we reached about 95, 97 degrees in the Big Apple. And today we have a special guest who is a makeup artist and an upcoming travel advisor, aside from being something that we all need, especially when we travel, is proper skincare and beauty tips and hacks. But before we get started, I like to remind everybody, if you are watching this live, please hashtag live. Hashtag's a hard word to pronounce. And if you are watching on replay, hashtag replay. Make sure you're telling us where you're coming from so that we can acknowledge all of you. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and YouTube. You could listen also on Amazon Fire, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or just download the PHLV radio app, available on all iOS and Android phones. So my guest today is from the West Coast of Temecula, California, and during the 9 to 5 hours, she's helping with payroll and HR. But on the side, she's jack of all trades, master of all. She's a makeup artist and an upcoming travel advisor, specializing in all-inclusive resorts and cruises. She's currently trying to form her travel agency, Ariba Travels. And aside from that, she loves food. She loves to travel, which is why she decided to take a leap and become a travel advisor. And she's a nice person. I think all my guests are nice and have unique stories how they got into travel, or stories about why they love travel. So without further ado, please welcome and smash those heart buttons. Smash those heart buttons, right? Or love buttons on that Facebook app, or wherever you're listening on. And please welcome Ornella Curry to the podcast. Hey, Ornella, how's it going?
Hi, Tenny. Thank you so much for inviting me and for having me here as your guest. And it's a pleasure sharing my story with you all. Thank you so much again.
You are one busy woman. I mean, you have a 9 to 5, you're married, you have to take care of your husband, and you have kids too. And then you're working on, you're a makeup artist and you're working on your travel business. How are you handling it all?
Well, so if I guess it's just like you pick your battles. So of course, like as a mom, we just focus on the family, and everything that I do is definitely for the family to, help my husband as well, and it's just something that I enjoy doing, definitely. So being a mom of three, a caregiver, a full-time, worker and full-time employee, a business owner. So besides my business, Ariba Travels, I also ran bridesandbrushes.com, where it's a mobile makeup and hair services for brides or for any special event, basically. So that's something that I enjoy, and I just love serving people. I guess that's the primary thing that that we all do in life, is just serving others, taking care of the family, doing makeup for our clients, or even sharing our travel expertise, or where to go, what to do in places. That's all service, and that it brings me joy, and it also just leads me to my long term goals. So yeah.
And tell us a little bit more about Ariba Travels. How did that come about, and what inspired for you to just jump into the world of being a travel advisor?
Well, I've always had this desire in my heart to see more places around the world. I know for most people, traveling is not it's not like an easy thing to do because of budget. You have to bring the entire family to travel usually, and who's gonna take care of the kids when I go out? All those things that it takes into consideration. But deep in my heart, I'd love to see a lot of places, nature, God's creations, basically. It just brings me so much joy, and it boosts my faith even more as I see more and more places around the world. And that's something that I'd like to share within my community, or even whoever I meet in life. I share those experiences and also give that inspiration for them to see more places in this lifetime. There's so much, and I'm just so excited. So when my friend so at the time I was just like basically watching some live shows, and one of the live shows I found was from a friend on Facebook who is also now the CEO of TravelWise International. Hi, Keisha. So, so I saw one of her live shows. It's so exciting, so entertaining. It feels like it's drawing me in and want me to fly over wherever she's at. um, I felt like there's a calling for me to have that same experience and sharing the word about places. And so when Keisha posted something announcing about upcoming or new travel advisors in her team, I got curious. So I reached out to her if this is something that I can do on the side, or even if I'm busy with my other business or even doing my 9 to 5 job. And definitely she invited me to have a call with her husband, Alvin, and Alvin was able to explain all the things that I need to know to start, and to start on my own pace, definitely. And that's something that I really need because, of course, as a busy person, and you wanted to start something, and being able to learn depending on your learning curve. So everybody has a different learning curve. So that's something that I like about this program or this business. So I learn as I go along, and true enough, it's very very something that established me to put up Ariba Travels. So Ariba Travels is I focus on all-inclusive resorts and cruises, and gearing towards adult-only experiences and vacations. So because majority of our generation, parents or middle-aged workers, are very tired, very focused on caring for other people. And I truly feel that, like me, I wanted to cater to people like me who are wanting to have a vacation, have a break, who deserves a break because you guys are awesome taking care of everybody. So that's what drew me into this focus. So hopefully this is something that I'll provide an amazing experience and an amazing service for everybody. So there.
That's great. And I think also it's just in the Filipino culture that we love taking care of our family. We're very nurturing. Well, I know, well, sometimes I am nurturing. I am a teacher, but there's at times if kids get on my nerves, I'm not so nurturing.
Well, yeah, I have 3 of them, but I get crazy. I can't imagine when you have like more than a handful.
And when
For
I was
sure, that's
teaching
gonna be a
music,
tough.
I taught the whole K to 5 school, the whole entire school at least once a week. And yeah, that's when I decided, like, oh my gosh, I was like, what if I have kids? But
Yeah,
we had
that's a
that.
different story.
Yeah.
You're
But
not gonna get you're not getting paid.
That's right.
And you can
And
say no to them.
but it comes, yeah, with with helping people, and then also in terms of hospitality too, which could that's kind of qualities you need as a travel advisor, or and yeah, to be accommodating to people's needs and wants. And I think us being Filipino, we have that drive and that personality to want to do something because we love helping others. Just relax, have a good time, and away from the hustle and bustle of what life brings you, whether you have kids, whether it's at your job, whether for um, young adults who are still studying, life, who everyone needs a vacation.
Yes. Yes, that definitely. I totally agree with that.
And you recently went on a wonderful fam vacation to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Tell us more about that experience.
Yes, that experience was phenomenal. And shout out to B and Armando of Marival Harmony Resort. And that's an all inclusive adult resort. They cater to definitely 18 years old and above. And so food and drinks are all inclusives. Of course, like the tequila was amazing. So we were placed in this beachfront view and with their infinity pool, and they have great programs, activities, amenities. The spa experience was amazing. They offer international experience, so Indian, Bali, Turkish, name it. They have it all. So for me, I and my friends, I tried Bali experience where they did the body scrub, body mask, massage, aromatherapy, all of that in one experience, and it's very relaxing, and that's something that I will definitely do again and bring my husband with me. So, and I hope you'll get a chance to try that too. So that was a great fam trip. They walked us through to their different properties, because they have different properties besides Samarival Harmony, which is an all-inclusive adult resort. They also have all-inclusive family resort, Marival Emotions, and the different targeted group of people. They offer many things. So if you guys are gonna head to Puerto Vallarta, it's an amazing trip, amazing experience, smooth transfers. They really took care of us over there, and I will never forget that for sure.
Yeah, you look pampered, even though that trip was about back in May. It has, and I saw the pictures. Everybody had a good time,
Yeah.
relaxing on the beach. And I have an obsession with infinity pools, and and that's always in my list of must have in or a pool. And I mean, I don't swim, but there's something about the water that is just relaxing, just being in it. Just
Yes.
it's very it gives you like this calmness, and especially if you're in a place where it's very serene and quiet. It's just there's something just um
Sure.
now we're going to segue into your specialty because you are a makeup artist. And the topic of today is travel beauty tips and tricks and hacks. And that is really probably the most important part of packing, I would say, besides for me, I, I, I I just need my skincare and makeup. I don't care about clothes. I could probably, because you could always buy clothes wherever. But, with skincare, it's just, every type of skin reacts to a certain, climate. And, people have just different skin. My skin is oily combination. And I'll tell you for a fact that every time I go to Manila, and it's only Manila because of the pollution and, it's city that I always tend to break out. So I always need the perfect I need to have a travel I need to have like a travel what do you call this? A travel routine. So
Mm-hmm.
being that you're a makeup artist and you should know that skin prep is the most important part of uh, makeup. Before you do makeup, you have to have good. In order to have your makeup to look pretty or well put, you have to have good skincare prep. So let's get some tips and tricks from the makeup artist side of yourself. So tell me, Arnella, what is the number one skincare essential that even males and females need to pack or have in a
Well, for me, so what my must have. So every person, as you mentioned, every person has different skin types, different needs. So I have a very sensitive, acne prone skin. So just like you, I'm also like like oily to dry, oily, patchy combination of skin. So I guess it's as we age, your hormones change, your skin change, and your body just reacts to different things. So wherever you may be, so if it's if it's hot, or if it's allergy season, or all the pollens are in the air, so you get different reactions. So number one for me is bring your cleanser with you,
oh,
because
I
it's not.
have.
Yes, because so when you travel, you don't get the same brand. Sometimes it's a different, for some reason, this is like based on my experience. For some reason, if you buy, for example, a certain brand here in the US, and you ran out, and then you just decided to buy another brand somewhere else in Asia. So sometimes the quality is different, or maybe the chemical reaction at some for some reason, it just reacts differently depending on which part of the country you are, so, or which part of the world you may be. So you bring your cleanser with you. So if you have a travel size, great. If you don't, just transfer it to the smaller bottle depending on how much you're going to need on the length of your travel. And then secondly, well, for me, SPF is a must. 50 and above. SPF 50 and above. Never go down on beyond 50, especially if you're gonna go to a tropical country or going to the beach, depending on what activities you are gonna do. So even if you're gonna just be, or you're thinking, oh, I'll just stay in the hotel, I'm not gonna need skincare. It's all indoor activities. No, because even fluorescent lights, or even the lights from your phone or your computer, it also still harm your skin. So SPF is a must if you're still gonna be actively doing stuff, even indoor. So that's very important. So yeah, those are like the two essential for me for skincare.
Well, I'm gonna show you. So I have my little this is my little travel kit that I always bring to me. And I got this in the
Yep.
Philippines, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta get rid of stuff, but I'm gonna show you. I got my travel skincare. This is the Fresh Soy Cleanser. This is um a little bit on the expensive side, but I love this because it's very gentle and
Mm-hmm.
it works on everything, morning, daytime. I switch between this and my good old CeraVe, which I love.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
available on all Target, CVS, um, and Walgreens and other drugstores. And I usually get the travel size for that one, made for
Mm-hmm.
oily skin. And it's good thing that you have SPF because I am very big on SPF, and I get dark very easily. I don't mind getting dark, Ornella, because I rather get dark than get sunburn.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, and you will notice too, depending on the SPF and how frequent you apply the the sunscreen, because how SPF 50, I believe, is like at least 80 minutes every 80 minutes. So it depends on how high the SPF is, and then the frequency of the application. So that is important, because like sometimes, especially with kids, when they apply sunscreen, they think, oh, it's just one application for the entire day of swimming or being under the sun at the beach. So that's, you know, you have to be mindful, because that's what you know, that the protection fades as you know, it wears out through the entire day.
Yeah, and I think even with sunscreen, it's really an important part of it should be in everybody's everyday routine, because you are exposed to the sun, whether it's hot or cold. And I know this because I well, my mom always said, you know, to put in always to put sunscreen, and I always hated putting sunscreen because it was just so icky and stuff. But the purpose of that was so that I don't get dark. But you know, if you ask like a Korean or a Japanese esthetician, you know, it's really because to protect yourself from sun damage.
Yes, yeah. Sun damage can cause you fine lines, you know, discoloration, or hyperpigmentation, even dehydration. So, you know, it's gonna cause a lot of things on your skin, and we have to take care of that. It's not only the face, it also like the entire body. And if you do skincare, you take care of your face, including your neck. It's not just the where, not just this part. So it's up to here.
And I want to show you, okay, I got my this is what I use for my body and sometimes face. This is SPF 100 by La
Yes.
Roche-Posay. This is one of
Mhm.
my favorite ones. Travel size one by Cetaphil. Well, this is for the face, and it's SPF 50.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, you know, sunscreen is my favorite. I would say my favorite skincare portion, and I actually the formulas I like. I mean, these formulas are more of Americanized French, but I actually do really love, thanks to all those Japanese and Korean influencers. They got me hooked up on sunscreen because I also even like the texture of it. It has that
Mhm.
gel consistency and it just glides well
Yeah.
with your skin. And it's used for a good primer for, you know, for ladies. Um, you know, if you want to put in foundation, you know, that's also um screen with that acts up as a primer. But
Mhm.
tell us more. What is your travel skincare slash makeup routine? What do
Yeah,
you
well, yeah, for my skincare routine, because I as mentioned, I have very sensitive acne prone skin, so I have a one 4-step regimen, which I also carry with me in travel size, and that's something that I cannot go without. So I mean, like worst case scenario, I don't have anything, but just have at least the cleanser and the sunscreen. But if I can bring at least a 4-step, so I have a cleanser, I have a toner, I have a acne treatment just to keep to manage my acne, and then I have sunscreen. Then if you know, if it's gonna be a hot day, I can drop the moisture. Yeah, I can drop the moisturizer and I can drop the treatment, because the treatment, it can cause, you know, you can't be under the sun when you're treating your skin, so those things. So you just have to be mindful of, you know, be cautious of what's going to happen if you're going to be under the sun. So, or at least have a hat or umbrella to protect your face, to protect your skin. And then for my makeup, must have is a tinted skincare or a tinted moisturizer, which is very light, non-comedogenic, and non-acnegenic. Why? Because if you're gonna be on a summer vacation, so it's hot, and then your pores gonna be all open. If you wear a heavy foundation, it's just gonna definitely break you out, because that all the chemicals just sits into your pores, and it's going to clog your pores. So I personally recommend non-comedogenic products, and that is very, you know, lightweight, it's easy to apply, and it gives you a slightly glowing skin, and of course a blush, a multi-purpose blush. So it's like a lip cheek tint or a cream, and then sometimes I can also use that as a eyeshadow.
Ah,
So that I carry. It's just to give you a little pump to kind of like, glowing skin. And definitely another thing that you always gonna find in my makeup or like my to go kit would be my waterproof brow liner or brow pomade, because I have very sparse and thin brows, so I have to have that brow fixed up for me, or else because the brows is very important because it frames your face, and the brows is very expressive. So when you speak, you communicate, it includes the facial expression, your brows is there, so it has to be visible for people. So when you're excited, when you're sad, you can see the expressions through the eyes. So to me, that's the must haves. So multi-purpose products are already available in any stores. So that's something that, just like how do you call this? Multi-purpose blush or lip tint, and crayon shadows. If it's like an evening event, you don't have I don't carry 10 million brushes with me when I travel. I just use my fingertips when I apply eyeshadow. Easy to apply. It doesn't have to be, like 10 layers of colors, especially if you have like a hooded lid like mine. I only use one color and an eyeliner, that's it.
it's
So yeah, that's my that's my makeup kit, and when I travel, that's basically it.
it's funny that you mentioned about. I was listening about what you were mentioning about your eyebrows, and with Filipinos, it's all about the kilay.
It's like
Everybody, even my mom, up to days, it's always like, "Where's my eyebrow pencil?" Everyone, like every Filipino female I know, is always about their kilay. And it's funny
yeah.
because I'm not big on microblading. I didn't want to, like, I remember the last time I went to the Philippines, my sister and my niece-in-law asked me if I wanted to get my eyebrows microbladed, and I'm like, no. I kind of like the whole. I like fixing my brows, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you, and maybe you can approve. This is one of my favorite eyebrow products. It's by Glossier. It's the brow.
Mhm.
I forgot what it's called. It's the
Is it the
brow,
brush
a
with the
boy
three?
brow. It's the pomade one. It has like, it's like the mascara, and then you
Mhm.
just put it in there, and it's waterproof too. This is what
Yes.
probably the one product I don't think. I mean, I was a big fan of Anastasia until I discovered, until I discovered this. I mean, I discovered this late because all these influencers were saying that this works wonders, and it's like one swipe and your eyebrows look amazing. So this is one thing, and another Glossier product that I'm gonna promote here, because you mentioned about blush being a multi-purpose product, is this cloud paint. So it's in a color where I can actually use it. I think this is what I'm even using on my lips.
Mhm.
I didn't know that you could use. I never thought of using blush, and I just realized that you could even use blush in your, as eyeshadow too, whether it's
Yep.
liquid, and it's all about just the blending. And good points, because I was gonna ask you, should I even bring my brush, and you said nah, fingertips. So I'm gonna take that out of
Yeah, it
my kit.
messes up my makeup kit when it's just messy. Or I bring something with a shield just to apply my tinted moisturizer, because sometimes you don't want all the products on your hands, and just to avoid smudging it all over your clothes. So I mean, just one brush, and then for smaller areas, I just use my ring finger to apply it. So yeah, I mean, with makeup, it's artistry. So you do you. There's no there. You can find a lot of techniques, a lot of tips out there, but the best applicator would be your fingers, and it just perfectly fits on the corners of your eyes, you know, the sides of your nose. It can go in areas that you've never imagined that it can actually blend in perfectly. And the warmth of your palm or your fingers, it helps to sit it properly on your skin, because you know, the product melts on the warmth of your skin. So yeah, that's it.
That's good. That's good tips and hacks, because who knew that your fingers can be like the best um utensils or tools, I should say, tools
Yeah.
to apply your own makeup. Now, this is one thing I have difficulty with, which is hair care, because every time, and that's also a product that I always tend to forget to pack. Um, because it's just one of those. Yeah, I always think like, okay, hotels have shampoo and conditioner. Still haven't learned my lesson that every time I use the hotel shampoo and conditioner, my hair just is not cooperative, especially when I go to, say, the Philippines or any warm climate destination. So what are some, you know, what's how do you take care of your hair, Ornella? And what are some maybe um, tricks or hacks that we could pack,
Yeah. So
especially.
I don't really specialize on hair, but this is something that I use and I do. So I notice when it's hot, it, you know, your hair is just like your skin. It produces so much oil when it's hot, and you don't want to use, you know, products with so much essential oils, so much conditioners. All that heavy products just weighs it down. So there's no volume at all. So if you don't need that extra conditioner and you don't need that extra moisturizing on your hair, then you know, just you just put it away the conditioner for a moment and just wash it, or don't wash it, because the more you add on the products, because like as I mentioned, that my skin is very prone to acne, and the more oily products that I put, I break out on my back or my shoulders. So I avoided using highly moisturized or thick products on my hair. So what I do, traveling, this is a traveling trick, because it's easy to and light packing. So I got a product. It's a bar shampoo, and it's
Ah,
just really nice on my hair. So I'm telling you, I'm not wearing any conditioner. I didn't blow dry my hair, and it's just like, this is it. I just comb it, no blow drying, and that's how it looks like. So it just gives you the right volume, because it's so humid, especially here in California. It's hot, so you don't want to put a lot of products on your hair, especially when it's really really hot. So just, you know, sometimes less is more. Less
less,
is more.
yes. Everybody hear that? Less is more, especially it traveling clothes. Less is more. Less shoes, less.
Mhm.
If everybody could just, and I try to do this, Ornella, when I travel, is I only try to bring one luggage. But it depends. Like if I travel international, I have to bring actually one luggage for my clothes and one for, like, say, pasalubong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But aside from beauty essentials, which everyone should have in their which everyone should carry, should have on their carry-on, not their, not on in the luggage that they're gonna what do you say, check in,
Okay. Hmm.
right? What should everybody have in their carry-on? What's a must, maybe a must-have product that everybody has to travel, what everybody has to travel with.
Well, for me, what works for me, I mean, maybe this is a scare that I've never experienced, but I hope I'm never gonna experience, is to lose my luggage. So besides my personal purse, where you know, my wallet or my passport or whatever important documents, travel documents should be, I always have an extra set of clothes. So I have, the set of the whole from head down. I mean, like, top, bottoms, and also have mouthwash or toothbrush and deodorant. That's for me. I have that small carry on. If it's not the rollaway bag, but at least like a overnight bag that I carry with me and in the plane or wherever I go, has a set of extra clothes. Not just for myself or my kids. It's just a lesson learned that I saw, and I guess the scare of experiencing the worst case.
No, I always travel extra clothes because I had about 18 years ago when I went to Italy. My sister and I we didn't get our check-in luggage. Well, I brought extra clothes because my mom always says always bring extra clothes in your carry-on, but my sister didn't, and so she had basically we didn't get we weren't going to get our luggage till 3 days after we arrived. So this means like she even asked me, "Can I borrow your clothes?" I'm like, no. It's like, what am I gonna wear? So I always have to pack. I always pack underwear, at least a t-shirt and maybe, leggings
Leggings,
because it's
yeah,
lighter.
light, yeah.
You pack light. And then one thing I always pack because um and I realized this is actually a purpose product is baby powder. Because
Mhm.
it's especially when you're going to somewhere tropical, like I'm always sweating, and baby powder just, like if I forget my deodorant, I could always use baby powder to just kind of
Mhm.
stop the sweat that
Fresh it up. Yeah.
in my hair. We're narrowing it down, and I want to go back to actually the whole part of traveling. And you passionately share that you love all inclusives and uh, what are your favorite? Where have you been? Maybe share with us your favorite all inclusive resort that you've been to in the world.
Yeah, so I've shared already the Marival Harmony Resort, and that's one that I also offer as part of my services. And also I'm now a fan of Royal Caribbean because so my whole family went on a trip. This is back in 2018, and we went on the Caribbean cruise. So it was a 7 night cruise experience. So we went to Jamaica, Haiti, and Mexico. So my kids loved it. We enjoyed the food definitely, and so not too long ago, I would say 2 weeks ago or last weekend. Yeah, that's just last weekend. My husband and I celebrated our 11th anniversary, wedding anniversary. So we went to a 3 night all-inclusive cruise, also through Royal Caribbean, and that was a great experience. It's a weird one too because that was our first time not having the kids with us. So it was just us. We danced the night away. We went to Ensenada. We had a lot of tequila. We did cooking classes. Yeah, it's authentic Mexican food cooking class. And then so that was a great experience, and that's something that definitely brought us closer, just as a couple. And just forget not really forget, but it's more like a focus on just us. It's been a while that we haven't had like our alone time. So for couples, that's just something that I wanted you to guys to do as well. Go on a cruise just with your spouse. It's a great experience.
Okay, last question. So where are you headed next? Where are you off jet setting carry on and beauty essentials?
So well, this year, so I've already it's already booked. So we're heading to Lake Tahoe for my birthday, and also I'm heading to just me to you to where you are. So I'm going to New York to also to visit and see some family and friends over there. And I haven't been to New York City. I wanted to see the Statue of Liberty, and and if it's God's will, also next year we are hoping that we can bring the whole family along to the to a Mediterranean cruise. So I wanted to celebrate my big 40, my big 40 in Europe. So that will be is it a Western Mediterranean cruise? So it's for Spain, France, and Italy. So those three countries, right? So yeah,
Yes.
that's a great tour, and I'm praying that it will all gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
And Europe is my niche too. And I've been to those three countries. I mean, I haven't been to Spain. That's still on my ultimate bucket list. But I'm
Yeah.
happy to go to Spain and Portugal next year. Um, but those are great. Try to meet when you're here in New York and see Lady Liberty, because in from New Jersey that you have a better view of Lady Liberty than if you were gonna see it from lower. There's more to New York other than Lady Liberty.
Yeah, so I'm excited, and definitely you'll see that all on my Instagram account. So just you can find me on Ariba Travels, and you can visit my personal account too. So that's Courageous Ornella, and also follow my husband on his food passion on Soy's Creative Cuisines.
Okay, hopefully all our viewers have wrote that down. Check Arnella out on her Instagram account and also on Facebook, and follow her husband, who I hope he could cook me some mean adobo or um,
Oh yeah, I should bring some for you.
I love lugao. Which I have to say, sopas. I have yet to see sopas in any Filipino restaurant menu, which is shocking. I mean, something as simple as macaroni soup should be in a menu. But thank you, Ornella, for coming on, and I hope to have you on again. This time we could discuss all things about all-inclusives, or we could even go on an all-inclusive trip in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ornella, for coming on.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to our viewers, because without your support, this would be impossible. And make sure that when you travel, you have followed all the advice that Ornella has given. You pack your sunscreen, pack your cleanser, and for ladies, look for those multi-purpose makeup tools, and like blush, right? You could use blush for on your lips and for your eyelids. Smart People Travel Wise airs every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Pacific. I'm your host, Tennie Sumague. We'll see you next time. Take care.